I'm in New York again, and again in Queens after 3 nights in Washington. And lucky me, could leave some luggage in the apartment I had a couple of days ago, and I have again. So that made the trip a lot easier. Long story short, I made it to Washington with the bus, and I took the Greyhound. And everybody I was talking to suggested that I should reconsider that because Greyhound is supposed to be so bad. But I must admit that was a good experience, and being used to some of these European low-cost airlines, this experience was kind of good. I booked a hostel in Washington, and I thought that's for sure some fun, or at least an adventure, and well, it was. So, having had some really interesting roommates, one guy said he recently moved, or he's about to move from Miami to DC, just figuring out where he wants to live. But after I have met a friend in Washington who lives in DC for more than a year now, and he told me about the prices, I think staying in the hostel is not such a bad deal, because the standard is high, but well, you need to cope with ever-changing roommates. That I think is a bit of a challenge, of course. The other guy, there was one, I think he was in his late 60s, I would say. He was, I guess, selling these buttons with a needle on it, so you can stick on your clothes, stating some different, I don't know, terms or statements. Didn't really notice what it was all about. Yeah, on the way back, I took the Amtrak. And that was a very good experience as well, so I think everything worked well, was on time. So I think there is no benefit of taking a flight from DC to New York from a time point of view, definitely not. And from a financial point of view, Amtrak and booking a cheap flight way ahead would be somewhat equal, I guess, but the bus is way cheaper. In Washington itself, I really love the architecture of the metro and the Dulles Airport. That's really impressive. I was surprised about that. It looks really well. It's exactly my style. Let's have a look into some footage, how that looks. On 4th of July, there was a big parade going on the Constitution Mall. also went to the Stephen Hazy Udvar Museum, which is pretty impressive. Yeah? Stephen Hazy, or István Hazy, is a Hungarian who is the founder or owner of Air Lease Corporation, which is the biggest company. They typically buy the planes directly from the producer and then lease it to the airlines. On display there, SR-71 Blackbird, the Boeing 707 prototype, the Boeing 367-80, what else? Concorde, everything. Some warbirds from the First World War, from the Second World War, everything is there. And at night the big fireworks, so 4th of July fireworks on the mall as well. Well, it's another fireworks, but I was impressed by the masses who went there, and by the really good working metro to get all the people there and back home again.
So much better. It's like coming out of a football field.
This time I did the editing on the flight from Atlanta to Dallas and from Dallas to Albuquerque, and I hope you enjoyed the video, so please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching.